Tonight, we step into the dark roots of Yule, a festival born from fear, magic, and the fragile human desire to keep the sun from dying. This is Hold My Sweet Tea. Hello, I'm Holly.
And I'm Pearl.
And we've made it to another podcast episode.
We lived.
We lived. And we're still in the thick of the Creepsmas season.
Yes, yes.
That reminds me of the Backyard Again. Into the thick of it. Ugh. I used to watch that with my child all the time.
Lord, all the things
Yeah.
from the kiddies' little shows. I always bring up the PBS thing because I randomly get Between the Lions stuff stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah.
And that, ooh, ah, dancing smarty pants.
Yep.
Because my son used to run around doing it all the time.
Yep.
Because he does have smarty pants, even now.
And I've recently discovered that the woman who did Choo Choo Soul still has like this cool ass singing career. And if you remember, all aboard the choo choo train, all aboard, toot toot.
Yeah.
We used to sing that every time it came on.
Crazy stuff.
Right. All the kiddo stuff.
Love the kiddo stuff.
Yeah.
So what kind of cool thing you got going today?
Well,
or tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
It's the longest night of the year. Not yet, but when this comes out at the end of this week will be the longest night of the year. And just surprisingly, that cool rhymes with Yule. And we are doing the darker version of Yule and what it is. So it's a little educational, a little bit dark. Because you know me, I like the folklore and the history side of this whole true crime podcast.
Hey, and I went all the way off the rails and I didn't either.
Oh yeah, your last episode. Yep.
I was on a crazy train.
Well, I promised, train. Right. All aboard!
Ho, ho, ho.
Dun, 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 dun. Ho, ho, ho.
Yes.
We're stupid. With the holiday season.
There we go.
But I promise my next episode will be a true crime episode to round out the end of the Creepsmas holiday. But we are going into Yule, midwinter, when the world is like covered in frost and silence. It is the longest night of the year, a night older than any religion, older than any recorded history. I mean, it's even older than languages spoken by the people who feared it. A night where the boundary between the world and the next grows thin. People were literally afraid of winter.
Of course, they've got Krampus and Gryla and Yule lads and Yule cats. Oh my God.
But it was the longest night. So they're like, is the sun going to come back up? Like, what's going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I always remember growing up, my mom would tell me that like Christmas Eve was the longest night, but that was not true. It is the winter solstice, which is usually between the 20th and 23rd of December, somewhere in that little realm. So that is when Yule is.
You know why Christmas Eve was the longest night for
because
your mom?
Yes, because she had to stay up and put presents together
That's
under the
exactly
tree.
Right.
And then by the time she got to bed, we were like, it's Christmas morning! It's Christmas morning! That's
like,
why. I get it now. I get it.
Damn it.
I just went to sleep.
They barely finished those milk and cookies.
We always had good milk and cookies.
Yeah.
I never bought store-bought. We always like baked cookies and did the whole like homemade treats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Yule was a night of gods, a night of spirits, a night where hope and terror walk hand in hand. So we're going to go into like the dark roots of Yule. That was a big sorry about that. So, like I said, before electricity, before central heating, before you going to the grocery store and getting your food and all that stuff, winter was not cozy. It was deadly. Like now we're like, oh, let's get all cozy for the holiday. Holiday, celebrate. But the solstice marked the turning point, of course. A moment when the sun was lowest in the sky. To the ancient people, like I said, it looked like and felt like the sun was like completely abandoning the world. Livestock would die. There was shortages of food. Like about that time, people were like, we only have like 6 potatoes in the root cellar and we gonna die.
No, we gonna figure it out.
So
we're gonna eat Bob's big toe or something. Right.
Bob's got a big toe. That's going first.
Look, I'm trying to use stuff you can live without.
Right.
Come on now.
You don't need that toe, Bob.
You don't need to be balanced. You can fall down. It's fine.
Right.
Makes it easier if we have to eat something else.
At least I'm not taking your thumbs. But families would huddle together, listening to the wind outside howling. And it wasn't just a celebration. It was like a ritual, like plea to lure the sun back. So a spell to keep the darkness from swallowing the world whole. So they lit fires. They sang. If they had the food, they feasted, because this wasn't out of joy, but they thought it was out of necessity, because this would bring back the sun. So modern Christmas has Santa Claus, as we've discussed, because, Krampus, Gryla, all that stuff. But now we have Saint Nick, old Santa Claus. The old world had something far more terrifying. During Yule, people believed that the sky opened just enough for the dead and the divine to slip through. And leading them was Odin, of course, the Allfather, the ruler of war, magic, poetry, the gallows, and the restless dead. But it was not a jolly gift giver, old Odin. He rode through the night on his 8-legged horse, hunting souls with the procession of fallen warriors, angry spirits, monsters, lost children, the drowned, the murdered. The storm winds of winter, like they were the wings and the hooves of the wild hunt passing overhead. So they would hear this and they were like, Odin.
He is not a giver.
Right.
He is a taker.
He is a taker. So people would barricade their doors. They would hide your wife, hide your kids. They would blow, right, a narcissist on an 8-legged horse. They would extinguish all the candles, and then they would pray not to be noticed. They would like, just fly over the house, just fly over the house. Don't notice us, But
skip me.
A single mistake, like a door left ajar, or a candle left burning, or anything like that, or a sound, like the quiet place.
Oh no.
It would draw the hunt's attention. So some believe the hunt abducted anyone foolish enough to be outdoors. Others believed it simply passed judgment. Good fortune if you impressed them, of course. Death or madness if you didn't. To this day, in parts of Scandinavia, people still speak of strange winds or shapes in the solstice sky, and they still call it the wild hunt. So then, you had the whole terrifying winter, the threat of Odin coming down and
just getting worse over here.
Yeah. But then you had the Yule log. So this was a fire against the void. In the dark world of early Europe, fire wasn't just warmth, it was protection. The Yule log was a massive tree trunk, large enough to burn for 12 full nights. Bringing into the home was like a ritual, almost like a funeral procession in reverse. So it was a whole thing getting this, and I'm sure it was, getting this massive log in your house.
I can't imagine, like, just having to go. So instead of searching for a Christmas tree,
right,
you're out there searching for the biggest wood you can find.
Right,
like
big solid tree. You're like, this has to burn for 12 nights. Yeah. Like, it cannot go out. So as the log burned, though, people watched the flames for omens. Sparks meant luck, crackles meant warning, and smoke meant spirits passing by. If the fire died before its time, it was a sign that someone in the household would starve during the winter. Its ashes, after it had all burned down and everything, were later spread in fields buried beneath thresholds to keep out evil. So today we have candles, fireplaces, twinkle lights, but beneath all of them is the same ancient ideas. Light something, anything, so the darkness doesn't take you. So Christmas is all about the pretty lights. I like the pretty lights.
Right.
So it still has those roots, from the ancient practices. It's still brought into modern time. Right.
It's just changed a little.
Right. But, you mentioned trees. So we're going to kind of go into the evergreen part of the whole ritual. So in a world where like every tree, every symbol of life withers and dies for months, there were a few that did not die. There was pine, fir, ivy, mistletoe, and of course me, holly. These were seen as like magical, defiant plants. So during Yule, people would bring them into their homes to invite that immortality inside. But evergreens weren't always like comforting. Holly was believed to ward off the malevolent spirits.
She's also magical and defiant.
And I like to ward off malevolent spirits. But its berries symbolize blood, a reminder of sacrifices once offered during midwinter. So I have meaning. Ivy clung to the dead. Mistletoe grew on trees like a parasite.
Oh, fun.
Right? People kiss under it,
Kiss under the parasite.
Kiss under the parasite. It'll never be mistletoe again. It'll be a parasite. Fir trees crackled in the cold and whispered in the wind. People believe these whispers were voices, spirits, ancestors, gods speaking through the living branches. So when you decorate a Christmas tree, when you hang a wreath or garland, you're repeating an ancient spell, a spell against death. So even now, something in us recognizes like winter's threat. So we bring the forest indoors, even if it's plastic.
Which is crazy because a lot of people have no idea.
Right. They're like, it's a Christmas tree. It's Christian. And Christianity adopted most of these ancient rituals from like the pagans, the Wiccans, the Druids, the heathens. All these spiritual practitioners who were drawn to these older traditions. But modern Yule has its own strange power. So many rituals include silent reflection in the darkness, lighting a single candle at midnight, writing down your fears and burning them, inviting ancestors to walk with you, placing evergreens at your doorway to guard your home. Some leave offerings for spirits still, believed to roam during solstice, not out of fear, but like out of respect, because these are your ancestors. Mm-hmm. Others keep the house dim or turn lights off entirely, as people once did to hide from the wild hunt. Even, and I say this loosely, the world today feels safer, because it does not.
maybe safer from what you can't see.
Right.
Like the supernatural, they feel safer from that.
Right. But it's electrified, it's connected, it's modern.
Now you got to watch out for the people that are alive.
Right.
Not the dead ones.
It's not the dead ones you have to fear. It's the live. But something ancient still stirs in people during the Yule season. That feeling you get on a cold, silent night, the one you can't explain. Like I've gone out early in the morning because the dog decided, at 3:00 in the morning, I gotta pee.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just, it's cold outside. It's just quiet. And you just get that feel. It's like the fall feeling you get, but you get that winter solstice feeling.
Burr.
It's cold in here. There must be some druids in the atmosphere, or Odin in the atmosphere. There we go.
That's it. Odie,
Odie. We just created a new song.
Always.
So, while Christmas celebrates angels, nativity scenes, Yule had its own seasonal beginnings. They're not as comforting, of course. So, like we've already discussed, Krampus, Gryla, the Yule cat. There was also the niece, which was a household spirit who was easily offended. Girl, me too. There was trolls who said to roam freely on Christmas Eve. Dregrar, which was a Norse undead, like he would haunt grave mounds. So maybe like the Living Dead type thing. So Yule is the season where spirits walk, witches stir, and the dead remember the living.
And maybe the living should remember the dead.
Exactly. But, as this solstice, like I said, it's on the 20th this year. So as it approaches and the nights stretch longer, turn on your Christmas lights, burn a candle safely, or if you have one of the fake ones, light it up. Just don't let the cat get in it.
Make sure it's got fresh batteries.
Right, put fresh batteries, When you see your breath in the cold air, you are literally echoing a ritual thousands of years old. So not just to celebrate, but to protect. So if you are somebody who celebrates Yule and you are somebody who has, pagan rituals, then write some stuff down, burn it at midnight, release that crap for the year so you can start the new year when the sun starts to come back up and have a prosperous new year.
I need one of those.
Yes. Me too.
I think I'm due.
But yeah, that's my little brief history and fun of Yule.
We wish a very prosperous year
Mm-hmm.
to the creator of our theme music.
Absolutely.
Patty Salzetta. I just wanted to fit that in there real quick before we went on to something else.
We are going on to the cold Yule. And I think this year, I know, not talking about weather, but it has been seasonably colder this year. Mm-hmm. So up north.
Earlier.
Yes. So bundle up. Make sure you have a backup plan if your electricity goes out and all that stuff. Light some candles. Turn your Christmas lights on if you can. But if you can't and you don't have electricity,
burn a Yule log.
Burn a Yule log. Go outside. Have your kids help you drag it inside. Do some tradition.
If you have a fireplace.
Right, if you have a fireplace. If not, don't burn a Yule log in the house.
Right. Do it outside.
Right.
Y'all get around the fire pit.
That's right.
Wear 26 jackets. And 52 scarves.
Yep. Bundle up and stay warm. Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
And, while you're doing that, think of some stuff to send us.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
Send us an email with your family's traditions at holdmysweetteapodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Or you can message us on Facebook, Instagram. Tiki-talkie.
You can even message us on Spotify.
You can. Or Apple Music. There's the ability to send messages everywhere.
Everywhere.
You can review our podcast on any of those platforms. That would be helpful and wonderful.
And because we're giving you the gift of podcast and you feel obligated to gift us back, share, like, follow us on YouTube. Yes. Do all those things. That is the gift that keeps on giving.
And it costs you nada.
Nada. The cheapest gift ever.
Yep. The podcast costs us money.
Yep.
We're paying for the gift we give you.
Because we already know you're on the internet. So, yep.
Do it.
Do it.
I haven't said that in a while.
Right.
Do it. Let me get my grumpy mama voice on. Do it now.
You better go do it.
But, don't make me tell you again.
Right. But, as you're sitting there on Yule and you're going, God, this is like the longest night ever. Now you know why.
Yeah.
And if you hear some flappy wind outside, turn your lights out and be quiet because Odin is...
Flappy wind. Flappy wind. I just the image inside my head was weird.
You hear Odin's flaps flapping.
He's got that arm fat swinging. The bat wings.
He's pretty old and he's probably like...
It's blowing in the wind, making flappy noises.
Sorry, Odin. Don't come kill me.
I was just like, what?
I don't know. You could take my soul. It's fine. I don't use it anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
But as always, Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production. And you guys remember, stay safe out there, light a candle, do all that stuff I just told you to do. And just because we're dipping doesn't mean you can't keep sipping.
Bye.
Bye.